Welcome back. In the last episode, we were able to defeat Chaos Root Abyss. In this episode, we will be fighting normal Cygnus, Princess No, and Hard Magnus. Make sure to hit that subscribe button right after you finish eating that apple. Let's get right into it.
It's Appleseed.
So this episode actually took an entire week to film because once you start getting later into the game, progression does take a lot longer, and so the gains that you're making are gonna come at a much shorter pace. So this week, I pretty much did Ursus every day because I was able to make 90 mil a day doing it, and so that's a lot of MESOS. I was able to continue doing my weekly bossing, generating more MESOS from selling the boss crystals. I'm able to make about 400 mil a week right now. I was also able to complete my CRA set by obtaining the weapon. I went ahead and threw some flames at it, which I got for free from events. I also star forced it to 12 stars. I also threw a bunch of red cubes at it until I got this potential. As of recording this video, MapleStory updated their cube system, and so all these cubes are totally different now. I decided, hey, let's try fighting normal Cygnus. And just like that, we defeated normal Cygnus. Normal Cygnus is honestly one of the easier bosses, so don't even be worried. After defeating Cygnus, I continued doing my daily missions because my goal is to hit level 220. I was able to hit level 217 and I continued throwing flames at my CRA weapon. I ended up with this flame. I also continued doing Ursus for money. At this point in the game, I realized that I might actually be strong enough to defeat Princess No, and so I went ahead and completed the Princess No Prequest. The Princess No Prequest is very easy to complete, however, you do need to complete it on every new character you create. Princess No drops equips that are very useful for the progression of this game. We're mainly looking for the Kanna ring, but the shoulder and the belt is a good option as well. After completing the Princess No Prequest, I decided to work on my Nodestones. Nodestones are pretty important, and I've made a video on where to find them. I opened up all 100 of the Nodestones that I collected from events. If you open up your skill tab and you go into your V matrix, this is where you can upgrade the skills that you've obtained from your Nodestones. You'll be able to unlock a whole new set of skills that are either unique to your race or class, as well as a bind, which might be useful, or even skills that might help you with mobbing. For our bossing mule, we'll try to upgrade as many skills as possible, as well as finding a perfect boost node. Specifically for wind archers, I'm going for Song of Heaven, Fairy Spiral, and Trifling Wind. That would be the perfect trio to have. Nodestones are hard to come by earlier in the game, and if you're a beginner player, and so you want to make very good use of every nodestone that you have. I was able to find my perfect trio node, and so I upgraded it all the way to level 8. You can also find the second pair of perfect trios and also upgrade that as well, which is what I did here. And after making those upgrades, this is what my V matrix currently looks like. This is from 100 nodestones. I was able to hit level 218 from the Ignition minigames, and honestly, I'm going to say this every episode until this event is over, but this event is OP for leveling. And just to do a check-in on my stats, I now have 8.5k dex, which I feel really strong about, as well as 300% boss damage. That's insane. And now it's time to fight Princess No. Princess No is a very straightforward fight, but when she casts infinite flames, all you have to do is click the red portal and exit the map to re-enter and you're out of the bind. Not a lot of newer players know this, but this is a thing you can do. Nexon, please don't patch this because this makes the fight so easy. I also took this downtime to use my Legion's luck potion to increase my drop rate. I also equipped my greed pendant because I really want that Kanna's ring. I'm pretty thirsty for that Kanna's ring. And just like that, we defeated Princess No, but we were not able to get the Kanna ring. We ended up getting Ayame's belt, but I mean, it's not even a Gucci belt, so I don't even care. After defeating Princess No, it was back to the usual grind. I was able to get to level 220, which is so awesome because now we can finally go to Lachelin. I've already completed the prequest on another character, and so I went ahead and skipped this prequest. I unlocked the Lachelin arcane symbol, and so I went into the ignition event map and bought 100 Lachelin arcane symbols. I was able to level the symbol all the way up to level 5. After making the upgrade, I was able to hit 9k dex. And after the boss weekly reset, I felt very confident in defeating Hard Magnus. We did it! We defeated Hard Magnus, which is so awesome because he's actually a pretty difficult boss for like no reason. And that wraps up this episode. We were able to defeat normal Cygnus, Princess No, and Hard Magnus. This is so awesome because with the weekly bosses that we're able to defeat, we can make 800 mil a week. And from here on out, progression's gonna get a lot harder, and so we need as much MESOS as we can get our hands on. Stay tuned for the next episode because we are getting one step closer to defeating Lotus and Damien.